I can break bread with anybody in this country. I love people in this country. I love the heartland of this country. It has nothing to do with that. You know, these really negative forces like the Steve Bannons of the world are convincing us that we're separate, that we're not the same country, that there's two countries. There's not two countries. It has to do with, it's become obvious that the choice was a bad one. We just need to change it. And if you can't vote for a Democrat, at least let all this flood of information that's so negative.
Did you notice how Trump's response to Jim Carrey contained zero actual comebacks? Just the usual washed up and Hollywood elitist insults that sound like they came from a broken Trump insult generator. Meanwhile, Carrey's precision roast about capitalism without conscience and immigrant hatred was so on target that even some Trump supporters couldn't help but laugh. This video breaks down the anatomy of the perfect comedic takedown and why Trump's toddler tantrum response only made things worse. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever notice how comedians always manage to take down Trump while he fumbles for a comeback? It's because comedy has this magical ability to cut straight through the nonsense and expose the truth. Kind of like a truth serum, but with punchlines instead of weird science stuff. Jim Carrey didn't just throw random jokes at Trump. He performed what you might call comedy surgery.
It's hard to understand what's going on. I mean, I really, you know, one minute you feel like, oh my gosh, this is going to be, now the landslide's going to start. And then there'll be some other weaselly little, you know, sidestep they do. Or you can make a bad decision about a candidate. It's not who you are. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're different. It doesn't mean, you know, the trouble with what's happening right now is these, you know, this administration is a rabid dog, and it's turning us upside down. And all, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's as obvious as the nose on your face.
With the precision of someone who's been making people laugh for decades, Carrey knew exactly which nerves to hit. When he talked about capitalism without conscience, he wasn't just throwing words around. He was targeting Trump's specific vulnerabilities with the accuracy of a comedy sniper. What made Carrey's roast so effective was how tailored it was to Trump's persona. He didn't just make fun of Trump's hair or spray tan like amateurs do. Instead, he went after the deeper stuff. Trump's hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, greed, and the abuse of power. Ouch, that's not just a joke. That's painting Orange Man as the straight-up villain in America's story. And how did our favorite thin-skinned former president handle this comedic assault? About as well as a toddler handles being told they can't have ice cream for breakfast. Sources say Trump was spotted pacing around Mar-a-Lago like a rejected SNL character.
You gotta speak, man. This is not a time to clam up, you know, and not a time to get frightened. You know, you have to do what you have to do. This is dire. I just want to express it in a positive way. You know, I mean, I want to turn everything painful into art.
You react to the pipe bombs. Are you afraid personally ever?
Apparently, I was threatened on Twitter, so I don't know. I didn't see the thing. I heard there was, you know, some severed goat head, and I'll see you soon kind of thing.
Trying to come up with comebacks between bites of his overcooked steak. I'm picturing him with a ketchup-stained napkin tucked into his collar, muttering "Carrey bad, Trump good" to himself while his advisors nervously watch. The beauty of Carrey's approach was its strategic brilliance. While Trump was having his meltdown, Carrey had already moved on, knowing he'd planted the perfect trap. And sure enough, Trump took the bait hook, line, and sinker. When he finally responded, it was with his usual greatest hits album, Washed Up, Hollywood elitist. Nobody watches him anymore. It's like his insult generator is stuck in 2016 and nobody's bothered to update the software. Think about it. When someone criticizes your policies or actions and your only comeback is basically, "You're a loser," you've pretty much lost the argument. It's the political equivalent of a kid yelling, "I know you are, but what am I?" on the playground. What Trump never seems to grasp is that his knee-jerk reactions just prove the comedian's right. The contrast between these two approaches couldn't be more striking. On one side, you have Carrey, thoughtful, strategic, and targeting specific behaviors.
Makes me feel good.
When you were a kid, would you draw caricatures of your friends, etc.?
I did. I drew pictures of my teacher.
Oh, really?
And I don't
How'd
have
that
any of
go
those
over?
with me. She actually stole. Wow, look at this! I can do anything with it. Not working. Oh, they got you coming and going, man. You know what I mean?
That is remarkable, I have to say.
Incredible transformation.
It is an incredible transformation. Who was the teacher
Watch
you drew?
this.
Oh, yeah, all right.
On the other side, there's Trump, reactive, personal, and completely missing the point. It's like watching a chess master play against someone who thinks the horse pieces are just there to look pretty. Carrey's roast was so effective that it reportedly left even some of Trump's loyal fans wondering if maybe, just possibly, the comedian had a point. That's the real power of comedy. It can make people question their assumptions while they're busy laughing. When Trump responded with incoherent ranting, he didn't just fail to counter Carrey's points, he actively reinforced them. The more Trump raged, the more he played right into Carrey's hands. Every tantrum, every all-caps social media post, every childish nickname just gave Carrey and other comedians more ammunition. It's like Trump is carrying around a sign that says, "Comedy target practice, please aim here," and then getting mad when people take shots. What Trump never seems to understand is that his reactions are exactly what comedians are hoping for. When Carrey points out Trump's thin skin, and then Trump responds by having a meltdown, he's basically doing the comedian's job for him. It's like someone accusing you of always wearing red shirts, and you responding by wearing an even redder shirt while screaming, "I do not always wear red shirts." This whole battle perfectly shows why politicians like Trump are doomed when fighting comedians. The experts aren't wrong. Comedy is kryptonite for the thin-skinned. Trump fell right into Carrey's trap by responding with personal attacks instead of anything substantial. It's like watching a chess match where one player keeps moving their pieces directly into checkmate. What's funnier is how Carrey kept the roast going even after Trump's angry response. That's the comedian's advantage. Every reaction becomes fresh material. While politicians need their dignity, comedians feed on the chaos. Trump never understood that his outrage is exactly what Carrey wanted. The scoreboard in this comedy war is pretty clear. Comedians 1, Grumpy Trumpy 0. As long as Trump keeps swallowing the bait, he'll remain the punchline of a joke he's too angry to understand.